How strong is your average human in Minecraft? Carrying on our series to figure out how powerful a normal human is in fiction, we have Minecraft. While a franchise you might not think much about, it has a lot of impressive scaling, but it also has a ton of misconceptions on how a lot of the world actually functions. Before we talk about the planet, we need to talk about the logic of the game itself. As stated in the Minecraft novels, mechanics such as crafting, mining, and the inventory are very similar to their in-game counterparts, acting not around strength, but via the use of a set of abilities inherent to all humans, and a few mobs in the world. It is stated in the novels that lifting objects causes them to become fully weightless, and not just that, but to also be flattened to a two-dimensional card, to be stored in an extra-dimensional storage area that is also infinite in size. Yeah, this is a lot more impressive than a lot of those calculations, stating that he's just lifting a bunch of universes in terms of weight. This technically makes the lifting strength of humans in Minecraft infinite to potentially even higher dimensional, being able to flatten 3D objects, making their lifting strength about 4th to 5th dimensional. However, this does not translate to their physical strength. While fighting in this world is very different to our own, he isn't delivering infinite force with each strike. To figure that out, we have to learn more on how exactly the Minecraft world looks like. For all these calculations, we'll be using the triple gravity of the Minecraft world, alongside saying that the world is a cube. I know this does change how gravity could work on the corners, but considering the moon and sun are both squares in the sky, I'm more inclined to believe that these are actual cubes. I should also mention that certain bits of information are only given during April Fool's updates, or outside sources. I will mention when this is the case, as they are a bit more debatable. Now that we have all that out of the way, we can finally start with how strong humans are in Minecraft. To start, we have to figure out what exactly is using strength and durability instead of their more esoteric abilities. An example of this would be fishing, which should be using their physical strengths, with them being capable of yanking iron golems around with wall levels of energy. They are also capable of completely stopping multiple minecarts instantly when coming in contact with them, ending up around building level. This is fairly consistent with other stuff like surviving in the Nether, which is so hot that it can instantly vaporize 1 cubic meter of water in a single tick, being around building levels of energy that Steve is constantly taking while just being in the dimension. To get even higher, we have to use some of the stranger properties of objects such as TNT. Now, while a single TNT is capable of breaking a bunch of stone or wood, it is also capable of breaking blocks that are far more dense, such as basalt, iron blocks, and sponges. While sponges seem like a bit of a strange pick, they are capable of holding multiple meter cubes of water, with the amount of sponges being destroyed by a single TNT explosion being figured out. A single one has small town levels of energy, which is similar to other powerful attacks within the game, such as a max height mace swing, creeper explosions, which could do the same thing and destroy some of the sponges as well, and the two bosses' second strongest attacks, primarily the Ender Dragon's disintegration and the blue Wither Skull's explosions, coming out to small city levels of energy. Although to get higher, we have to start talking about other games. Going on to dungeons, we have the Wretched Wraith, who could alter the weather of the entire Minecraft planet, coming out to large country level for generating storm, and continental for the movement of the water. And humans within this world could fight and take hits from this entity's most powerful attacks. In Minecraft Legends, we learn about the Corrupted Beacon, which could perform even more impressive feats, such as stopping the rotation of the planet at large planet levels of energy, and doing this. While there are a couple of interpretations of what exactly is happening here, the most common idea is that the laser froze over the sun. To be able to change the temperature of a cubic star in the time given would come out to large star levels of energy, although there is another interpretation for what exactly the laser was doing, saying that it actually made a massive sun disk. Okay, now just bear with me with this one. So, using the official size of the Minecraft world and the diameter of the sun in our world, alongside the size of the sun from the surface of the planet, we can figure out the distance between the two celestial bodies are around 8 billion meters apart. Now, getting an estimate for the mass of the sun based on the density of our own, alongside the density of the planet based on the size and shape and gravity, comes out with the sun being around 3.8 times 10 to the 30 kilograms, and the planet being about 4.37 times 10 to the 27 kilograms. Now for the sun disk itself, which, contrary to popular belief, does need to be absolutely enormous to actually block out all the sun's light. Finding the L1 point by plugging in these values finds us the distance that the disk would have to be to block out all the sunlight from reaching the surface of the planet, while remaining in orbit as to not have it crash into either celestial bodies, or move to make a small section of the planet covered in light. With that, we find the disk is over 156 million meters across. To create such a structure in a short amount of time would require star levels of energy, or nearly 468 quintillions of TNT. Wait, that's lower than the previous calc. You know what, never mind, I'm just gonna use the previous one. I would like to note that while this does look insanely impressive, this beacon is actually a basic weapon in dungeons, and when fired can actually be survived by normal zombies and skeletons, making scaling to the laser actually consistent. And yet we can actually still get a bit higher. Remember how I said that the Ender Dragon's disintegration was her second strongest attack? While in the novels, it's stated that the Ender Dragon's breath attack is actually capable of dissolving entire galaxies. Even giving it a low ball and saying this means only one galaxy, even though this is directly contradictory to what is exactly said in the thing, this still comes out to solar system levels of energy, and the Minecraft player can stand being dissolved by it for a few seconds. This is definitely still a very dangerous attack in the franchise, but the fact that Steve is still able to take being inside of this dissolving acid kind of implies that he should be taking some of that galaxy-busting energy. Now moving on to speed, where Minecraft players are not that impressive in comparison. They are capable of running a percentage of the speed of Skulk, sound waves, going around 140 meters a second, and with an Elytra they can travel over 540 meters a second. Although during an April Fool's update, they are capable of flying to the moon, moving nearly 25 million meters a second. However, all of that is dwarfed by the beacon laser, which can go from the surface of the planet to the sun in a couple seconds, moving 13.9 times the speed of light. And they might also be able to scale higher than that, with the Ender Dragon being stated to have eaten a galaxy, giving her massively faster than light speeds, even if it's unknown the exact speed value. Taking this all into account, your average Minecraft player is capable of taking and dishing out solar system levels of energy, and reacting to massively faster than light speeds, while also being able to lift up literally anything up to a potentially 4th or 5th dimensional degree. Hopefully you like this type of video. If there are any other franchises you want me to do a video on, write them in the comments below.